is that I believe that white men are the most persecuted identity in America. And that's a bold statement to make, but I'll break that down for you. And the reason why I say that.
After spending the week cheerleading for Donald Trump and waging war on the FBI, you would think that Marjorie Taylor Greene would need some rest. Nope, the representative from Georgia spent her weekend peddling white supremacy talking points. Welcome into TYT's Overruled. I am your host, Adrienne Lawrence. Marjorie Taylor Greene took to the airwaves this weekend to advance the narrative Christian nationalists love to hear. The Congresswoman from Georgia let us all know that white men are truly oppressed.
And many people have a hard time in life. I mean, that's just life. We all struggle, right? There is no one that has a free pass. Life is a struggle, no matter who you are, whatever your identity is. But let's talk about why white men and young white men in particular are really you guys are put bottom on the list of so many things.
As Greene would maintain, our society has been anti-white male for far too long. White men, they still make the most money. Single white men have the highest median wealth of anyone, 3.5 times greater than that of single white women. We don't even really need to talk about black people in that circumstance because, hey, we're totally boxed out. 99% of presidents have been white. White men remain overrepresented in news media, law enforcement, the C-suite, Hollywood. I really could go on. But let's hear a bit from Greene on why white men are so oppressed, because apparently the message that white men are repeatedly getting is that they don't matter.
Does everything tell you guys through Hollywood, through books, through music, through our entire culture is that white men are bad. White men, they're bad. They have to be pushed to the back. They shouldn't be listened to. But what that's done to your generation and even some of those a little older than you and those definitely younger than you is it has created hopelessness in many of these guys.
Gosh, that's really an interesting conclusion to draw, given that the vast majority of protagonists, that is, the good guy, coming out of Hollywood, are still white guys. But perhaps Greene knows more about this anti-white male messaging and why it's so much affecting this marginalized group.
Hopelessness, they're lost. They grow up in a broken home or maybe just a really bad home. No one is there for them as they're growing up. They spend time hours and hours alone, which is what do they do with their time when they're alone? They don't have an after school job. If they're in high school, maybe they probably don't play a sport. So they're spending hours and hours time alone, which turns them to all kinds of bad things, porn on the internet, reading crazy stuff in chat rooms, and God knows who's in there and saying what they're saying. A lot of time playing video games. And I know people don't like to demonize video games, but I do think that maybe has a role there for certain people.
All right, so that's enough. If you can't hear the replacement theory-esque propaganda, I really don't know what to tell you. We still live in a white-centered patriarchal society, and Greene knows this, but she needs to pander to the ideologies of her base, which is one that uplifts white male supremacy under the guise of Christianity. Be mindful of this messaging as it ignores facts and low-key communicates that white men are suffering some injustice that must be rectified, and let me guess that that's probably going to be rectified by force. This is dangerous through and through, and it is definitely contributing to the rise of domestic terrorism. So please, definitely be mindful. Also, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the like and follow button, and thanks for watching.